Whew. Texas two-step. And I don't mean to dance. Monday on Lake Fork was 30 degrees on the launch with it feels like 26 because of the south wind. It was so bitter cold. It never got above 50 degrees for the whole day. And today it's 84 degrees. 3 days later with a 66 degree launch and an 83 degree end of the day. That's what I mean when I talk about Texas two-step. We had a cold front zap us last week. We told you all about it. Look, I ain't even caught up. I'm so tired. I'm so busy. I normally have all this done. I know what this is right now, and I'm just going to fill it out right here with you. 0 to 2 stays the same. 40136. 40137. We've been rising. And then the temperature's the same thing. They're 58 yesterday to 61, and this morning they were about pretty much the same, but I did see some 62, almost 62, 62.4 at the end of the day. It's crazy, just crazy how fast our lake can cool and how fast our lake can warm trend. And so I was saying, we had last Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, just really cold. Monday, bitter cold. Tuesday, not the best. Wednesday swings around. And Thursday, here we are with more than a 30-degree temperature swing in our atmosphere, the air. Water temperatures warming right back up. And instantly, those fish pull right back in. So to give you guys some good information, publicly, this is a public rundown. Mike McFarland giving you a Lake Fork public rundown. The backwaters are filling back up with fish, and you can catch them on frogs, you can catch them on swim jigs, you can catch them on Texas rig creature baits, you can catch them on Cincos. They're not everywhere, but they're kind of everywhere. Meaning, when I say that, I mean from lake end to lake end. It's not just in the north. The backs of the creeks, coves, pockets, ditches, drains, you just got to go shopping for them. Some areas are clearer water than others. You'll be really surprised when you do go up north. You'll feel like you're in dirty water sometimes. You'll be like, man, this is dirty. But when you go into the back of the pocket, it'll blow your mind at how clear it really is. But there are quite a few big bed fish being caught. I know of a 12-12 that was caught today. I know of another friend of mine who is sitting on a couple of really big females getting ready to spawn. It's scattered and it's random. But the fishing's about to get really good because our temperatures aren't cooling down any longer. We should just continue to warm trend forward now. I'm not going to tell you we're out of the Texas two-step because we've had snow on Easter every year. We have a cold front still coming, or two. But I think we're progressively enough going to go forward that in April here, April 7th is a full moon. The waves of fish that are coming are going to stay in, and it's going to kind of reach a temperature here, mid-60s, very quickly in the next 2 or 3 more days, so by midweek of next week, and it's going to stay there. It just will. The nighttime temperatures are what it's all about. When the nighttime temperatures exceed what the water is, then whatever warm trend we had that day stays. So for example, we got up to 84 degrees today. We had a pretty big warm trend today, especially in backwaters. Tonight it won't go below 70 degrees, 60-something degrees. It's going to hold that warm trend. And even if we have rain tomorrow, it could be a warm trending rain. We could have an inflow of 70-degree weather rain, and that's just tropical rain, in other words, of thunderstorms and whatnot that aren't cold trend, and it just fires them up. Rising water rises fish. Falling water pulls them out, points them out. But anyways, so the fishing's pretty darn good. It's a grind. It is a grind. It depends on what you're looking for. If you want numbers, you can go into the backwaters, and again, you can throw frogs, swim jigs, Cincos, creature baits, some top water in some places. You can really cover a lot of water, and you can catch quite a few fish running across an occasional big one. If you really want the big fish exclusively only, if you follow me on Facebook, Mike McFarland, or if you follow me on Facebook business page, The Lake Fork Adventures Guide Service, then you've seen that even through the cold, I was still scratching out a few big fish, meaning 6 pounds or better. every day. Yesterday we had an 8.9 and a 6.4. Today we had pretty much some big bites, and not the big 8-pound fish, but we did have some 5 and 6 pound class bites. And those are coming in a whole different place. Those are coming on a whole different pattern. And those bites are also females that have not come in yet. They're not spawning. They're not ready to spawn. They're pre-spawn feeding females. They're gorging themselves on gizzard shad and crawfish and other things prior to going into the backwater spawn. Our next wave, if you will. There is several waves of big fish that still come in and spawn. What's in is not all that's going to spawn. I find, in my opinion, and experience on the water, that when the water temperature is around 67 degrees is when we have the most spawning and activity and locked fish throughout the year, each year after year after year. When I'm seeing the upper 60s in the temperatures, that's when they're locked in. So it's still to come. Okay, if you're fishing mega bass this weekend, it's going to take a big fish. I bet you somebody catches a 12, 13, or bigger. Fork is due. We've had a lot of big fish that last year were in the 8, 9, 10 pound range that are now 11, 12 pounds because the big fish put on about a pound, pound and a half a year. So we've got the lake starting to really fill back up with double-digit fish. I'm already seeing the signs of that. More double-digit fish are being caught early this year than in the last few years. I think I've talked before, drought has a lake dying. When you have drought on a low lake and you don't have good spawns, you have the lake diminishing. 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19, even 2020, we had a full lake, big spawns, big booms, big lots of balls of fry that were successful, that grew, lots of numbers of fish coming. For example, last year, Brooke had 15 fish over 9 pounds in 6 weeks, in actually about an 8-week period. Half of March, all of April, and most of May, she caught 15 fish over 9 pounds and 2 double digits. She lost quite a few. We don't count those. But my point of sharing this with you is all 15 of those 9-pound plus fish that she caught last year, they're double digits now. And so she wasn't the only one. Lots of guys caught a lot of 8 and 9 pound fish. Those were born in 2015. It takes about 8 years. The Texas biologists say it takes 8 years for a bass to reach 10 pounds in Texas. On the average, okay? There's anomalies. They could be bigger. It could take longer. But the lake is full of double digits. So where are those biggest fish that the majorities haven't come in? I'll teach you this too. When fish spawn, there's multiple waves. That's Mother Nature's way of survival. I've seen bass on beds as late as July. Are you going to go find them throughout the whole lake in July? No, but they're spread out. So science, once again, biologists say once again, that in about 3 or 4 waves, which is your moon phase generally, a 6-week period, full moon, full moon, or new moon, full moon, new moon, a 6-week, 8-week period, you'll have waves come in. The first wave is usually 15 to 20%. The next wave is 40 to 50% of what's going to spawn. And then the last 2 waves will be another 15 and 15. You don't have 100% of all fish spawn, but those waves, the big wave, my point, hasn't come in. All right, so you're fishing the mega bass, man, you got to make a decision what you're doing. Are you going to cash hourly money, or are you going big? And it's very much my opinion that there will be, with as many boats as the mega bass carries, I believe that probably only 1 or 2 of the hours will be won with a big under. It's $15,000 on the hour for the big fish of the hour. And then the biggest fish overall wins the boat. I think it's going to take a 12-pound plus to win the boat. But I think there's going to be enough overs caught that there may not even be a single hour that $15,000 is won with an under. And in past years, it's been won with an under before. So you got to decide what you're going to fish for. Are you going to fish for unders and try and catch some checks? Or are you going to stay with the big fish? The big fish bite, again, not to be redundant, is you can go back and run into them when they're spread out spawning randomly here and there. The big girls that are feeding exclusively in certain spots, that are eating specific baits, that pattern, you have to be a member. I'm not trying to be a jerk. I'm trying to give you some good stuff. Remember, the Cincos in the backwater, for example, is a great way to just go catch fish. Go fish Cincos in the backwater where you see green bulrushes, and stuff like that. Anything turning green, and you will catch some fish. It's hard to beat a Cinco. You want more. You want more details. You want colors. You want locations. I don't give waypoints. I don't want you all on the same thing. But I give you areas, names, creeks, coves. I use the rule of 3 to put you in the right quarter mile. But you need to be a member. So look in the description below, hit join, and become a member. It's $4.99 a month. It's real simple. How many lures are you going to buy for this mega bass? How many bags of worms are you going to buy? They all cost more than $4.99. You're going to spend $60, $70, $80, $100 hoping that they eat this particular bait. Why not get some really, really true information? Again, if you follow me on Facebook, you've seen that even during the cold, I'm still producing big fish every single day. When the weather's right, we're producing sacks. Last week we had 27, 26, and 31 pounds, 3 days in a row. 27 on Saturday, 26 on Sunday, 31 on Monday when everything was right. But anyways, that's your invite. Here are some colors of some things. My favorite colors that I'm going to tell members. I'm looking at 5 rods right now, which I'm going to tell the members here in just a minute when I do a members rundown exactly how, what, and where to use the baits, the colors, the techniques. And I'd love to have you be a member, so go sign up. All right. Thank you, guys. Have a safe weekend. There'll be a lot of boats. If you're fishing this mega bass, there's 900 boats usually. It's a zoo. Wear your life vest. Pay attention. Read the rules so you don't get DQ'd. Be really careful when you're in the boat lanes. Don't just shut down in a boat lane because you could have someone behind you that may not be paying attention and run right over you. Pull outside the boat lanes. Pay attention. Look behind you before you do so. But just, again, take the whole thing with caution. Go easy. And be safe. Okay, don't forget, Lake Fort Marina is where the event is held. It's going to be really cool. You got Lake Fort Marina restaurant there to eat some food at, but it's going to be crowded. So just be careful when you're coming and going there as well. And I can't thank you enough. Thank you for your public subscription. Hit the like button, comment below, and I'll see you next week. We'll be talking on Tuesday with another public rundown.